right, look, here's the deal.
And now, more of the Geek Speak radio show on TalkZone.com.
I forgot to introduce you to...
Here's Henry and Romo.
Hi, here I am. Welcome back to the Geek Speak radio show. We're talking to Ashley Bell, one of the stars of The Last Exorcism. It's in theaters right now as we speak. Everybody get your tickets and go see it afterwards. Also stars Patrick Fabian as Reverend Cotton Marcus. Ashley plays Nell Sweetser. Again, the, how would you call it, the possessee, I guess?
Yeah, the possessed girl, yes.
Yeah, and it's produced by Eli Roth, somebody who we here at Geekdom, we love him, his movies. Directed by Daniel. By the way, programming note, Daniel was going to be on right now, but he had a scheduling conflict, so he may come on Monday. But we have Ashley. So, Ashley, awesome. Let's get into the movie now. First of all, how did the process go? How did they pick you to be the possessee?
Well, I was just sent in for it by my agent, and it was odd. The second I read the character breakdown for Nell, I just fell in love with her. She's such a complex character, and getting a chance to play that has just been huge. For the callback, actually, they asked me to get exercised in the audition room. And I was sitting in a chair, and I asked to lay on the carpet, and there I was, like, laying in Lauren Bass's casting office, writhing around on the floor, having this man summon this thing out of me, contorting and screaming, and I just thought, my parents would be so proud.
No, it wasn't done by a real priest, was it? It was an actor?
It was an actor, yes. But, okay. Oh my God, how cool would it have been if an actual priest would have done it? I bet Daniel would have been so into that.
Yeah, here, I read an interview that's actually how he won his role. He actually, I think it was Daniel and Eli, they asked him to preach for them for the audition.
Yes. And I luckily was able to sit in on, that was Patrick Fabian's audition, right?
Yeah.
The Reverend. He gave such an incredible audition. Literally when he left the room, everyone looked at each other and was blown away. Being able to work with him has just been incredible.
Yeah, and once they knew you're the one, what kind of, research did you do? Because I read on the bio that you actually got some actual footage from exorcisms from the Vatican. But what you find there?
I did, yeah. I lucked out and had about a month of time to prepare before going to film, and I have a tendency to get really obsessive about things, so I actually started researching during the audition, and I was sent some of the Vatican exorcism sermons and a lot of tapes. And it's creepy because, you know, you're hearing exorcisms and, you know, you hear screams and noises that you think can be made. And then there comes this sound that is just neither masculine or feminine or animal or human. And you just say, what is that? You know, is it feral? It's like not even that. It's just, it's otherworldly. And
inhuman.
Inhuman, yeah, exactly. And I just wish I wasn't doing my research at 1 a.m. when my imagination was just at its peak. But yeah, I also I got a chance to go to some more extremist churches in the Deep Valley and talk to people who had been around actual exorcisms. And it was odd. They talking to them, I felt such fear in their eyes and just heard it in their voice. They didn't even want to tell me about the cases because they were almost scared it would come back. So it was fascinating. I felt like every turn there was always 10 more questions to be asked, and as soon as I found out one thing, a whole new story unfolded.
Did Daniel or Eli, did they make you or ask you to watch any other exorcism movie?
Yes. Daniel actually said to watch all of the exorcism movies and then don't do that. So from the get-go, it was aimed at being something very different. And, you know, I've been a huge horror fan my whole life. I think I saw The Exorcist when I was about 10 and traumatized myself. And when I saw the film for the first time, I was so surprised by what a smart and creepy thriller it is. You know, there's so much humor at the beginning of it, and that's all thanks to Huck Bacco and Andrew Gerlin, who wrote a script with so many twists and turns, and they kind of like lure you into this spider's den, and before you know it, you're just in over your head in horror and chaos. And that's Daniel Stamm and Eli Roth. They so know how to manipulate the audience and have them just where they want them. So it was really scary.
Eli did that perfectly with his Hostel movies and with Cabin Fever also.
Right? I mean, oh my God, the Hostel films. I'm such a huge fan of those. I love the revenge aspect in the Hostel films. Yeah. I don't know if that makes me like a 13-year-old boy or not, but
no, it just makes you a fan like the rest of us.
Awesome.
Oh, so since you did watch them, and they said don't follow. How did you pattern your performance? Again, we haven't seen it yet. We're gonna go see it as soon as the show is done. We're gonna go see it. How did you not copy? I'll put it that way. How did you not copy everything that's come before?
Definitely, and I think that can also be like thanks and attributed to Daniel Stamm, the director. He really kept a close watch on the whole cast on set, and from that initial audition, I felt like he just had such a strong idea of what he wanted, and every day on set he had such a clear vision and knew exactly where to guide us all, I feel. He works in about 20 or 30 takes a scene, and in every take he would have us try something different and move in a certain way and carefully just push us to where he wanted us. And it was such a safe environment to try anything, and he really made sure we were trying to accomplish something different and something new.
Well, while you were doing that, this film is set up to be a quote-unquote found footage film. Did you guys stick pretty close to the script, or did you let you ad-lib some of the lines?
In some of the more physical and emotional scenes, there was a little bit of room to kind of improvise. If there was like a physical impulse or something, we were all allowed to go with it. I know a lot of I did all the physical stuff myself. And I was more than willing to break my fingers in the movie, but because I'm a method actress. Totally kidding. The night before, this is kind of was really fun how Daniel worked. The night before the second exorcism, Daniel actually asked me if there was anything I wanted to try that next day. And you just never get asked that. I mean, that's like a dream question for an actor to ever happen once in your lifetime. And I said to him, I was working on a back bend and several other physical things. Can I show you? And he said, great, let's do it. Let's put it in. And, it was just it always felt like such a huge collaborative experience. And he was so open to any ideas any of the actors had. So he just nailed my boots to the floor, pushed me over, and yelled action.
And we've seen some of those in the teasers, the trailers, and of course some people have gone and seen the midnight screenings, and some people have seen the actual movie. Is everything that we see, is it all you, or is there anything CG'd?
It's all me, except for and I think it's in the trailer, the fingers breaking, which is Greg Nicotero from K&B Effects Group. They've done all of Eli's films, and they also do all of the special effects on Quentin Tarantino's films. And they were generous enough to kind of give me a tour of their, I guess, warehouse. And oh my God, the art they create and the monsters they develop are just works of art. I mean, the imaginations that are there, I just think they're such artists. I can't talk enough about them. Again,
not that I'm comparing it, but when Linda Blair did it, one of the things that sticks out the most to everyone, myself included, is the voice that came out. It wasn't her, of course, but the voice. Did you do that? Is there a voice that comes out that you use?
Well, I don't. This is a tricky thing. I don't want to ruin it for anyone. But the voice was there were several. There were several kind of tries at figuring out, what voice to use and what to find. And I think what they finally settled on was something really, really creepy. I think what Daniel was aiming for was something as real as possible, and something that, just due to the nature of the documentary style of the film and everything. And I think what they found was really, really creepy.
Yeah, did you take any examples from the Vatican footage that you found?
Yeah, I tried to. I certainly had like a lot of those sounds running through my head. So I tried to keep all that in mind while filming.
Yeah, and again, don't want to give too much away because the
know.
movie is in theaters now. We are going to go see it. The Last Exorcism is the movie, produced by Eli and directed by Daniel, who, again, may be with us on Monday. He couldn't come on now because of a scheduling conflict. So let me take a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the movie and a little bit more about Ashley also. So we're talking to Ashley Bell, star of The Last Exorcism. We'll be back on the Geek Speak Radio Show. Don't go anywhere.
Geek Speak Radio Show will be right back.